Parts of Anderson and Madison County are under an indefinite mandatory evacuation order. The Madison County EMA director saying the river has crested there.
This comes as they have had about 2 inches of rain just since this morning, not accounting for all of the rain they already had. Fox 59's Howard Monroe is there. Howard, what are things looking like at this hour for you?
Well, this is River Ridge Plaza right here off of State Route 9, and the parking lot at least is completely underwater. It does back into the White River. Let's take a look at this. We're talking about the shopping plaza here that has Roses as well as Durham Sports. As you can see here, as my photographer Austin zooms into the Roses discount store, the water is up to mid-level of that door, so we have to presume that at least the first few feet inside these stores here are impacted by these floodwaters. Also here, now police, they did do a good job of blocking off the parking lot here. However, there is a car that we are going to assume was parked here overnight. They came back and realized that their car was in the middle. You can see the water is now up to the mid of the bumper and the mid level of the car there. Now this shopping plaza, it is closed and it will likely stay that way for some time now. Again, this is butting up to the White River, which is right behind the shopping plaza here. Now there are some, as you mentioned, some mandatory evacuation orders. The roadway here, State Route 9, is not necessarily impacted. However, there are some other neighborhoods throughout the city here that is impacted by these floodwaters. We're going to go into some of those neighborhoods for shows later on today. We'll send it back to you guys.
Well, Howard, I know you want to get to some of those neighborhoods to survey what's going on in there, but talk to us about what it was like getting there. I know a lot of roads are closed in the surrounding area, so that led to a lot of traffic backups that you guys were sitting in on your way there.
Yeah, there were some road closures. There are some lights out. However, this goes right up to State Route 9 goes right up to I-69. So this road was okay. Many of those other side roads, particularly as you get beyond the White River, which is right behind me, that is where you get into a lot of those issues. And those neighborhoods is where we're going to try to go to right after this.
Well, Howard Monroe live for us in Anderson, one of the areas hit hardest from this flooding.
You and Austin, be safe.
Yes, be safe out there. We'll speak with you throughout the day, Howard. Good luck to you as you continue your coverage. As we mentioned at the top of the hour, within just the last few hours, Hamilton County commissioners, they declared a state of emergency as flooding worsens there.
Our team coverage continues this midday with Fox 59's Rafael Sanchez. He is live off of State Road 19 there in Noblesville. Rafael, Hamilton County, they have a lot of road closures there, and especially where you are.
Yeah, more than 50. In fact, Danielle and Chelsea, I am on State Road 19 as we speak. This is the road that would take you to Cicero and Atlanta. If you're trying to get there today, it's not happening on this road. These are the pictures you're seeing right now at this midday at 11:30 in the morning. You can see the high water. You can also see on State Road 19 to the right, you can see this business, which is an auto repair shop, those vehicles underwater. So several businesses along State Road 19 are impacted by the high water. The good news, north of here, there is a subdivision. That subdivision is okay, expected to be okay at this moment. So at this point, the homes north of State Road 19 on the way to Atlanta and to Cicero are now being impacted for now at 11:30. We'll keep an eye on that. I also want you to take a good look at that striped sign right there underneath that bridge. Back in 2008, the water got above that sign, and this area was able to maintain and hold, even though the businesses were impacted. So city officials in Noblesville are keeping a close eye on that sign. If the water goes above that top black stripe, that is a major problem. We're keeping an eye on that sign. Back in 2008, by the way, 47 Indiana counties were declared a federal disaster zone because of the high water. At the time, Mitch Daniels was the governor. George Bush signed that declaration. We'll wait and see if the situation gets worse than 2008. We'll have to see what happens. The guy that's keeping a close eye here in Noblesville, the situation, is Mayor Chris Jensen. Mr. Mayor, you have been on the scene all morning long. Tell me what's happening right now. What city resources are at play as we're keeping an eye on that water?
Obviously, job number one for us is public safety. So every city resource is being deployed right now. We want to keep people, if they can stay home, stay home. Don't try to pass through roads like you're seeing here today. There are many roads across the county that are shut down. We're using drone technology to go up, especially the northern part of the city, to make sure there aren't folks stranded in their homes overnight. We were able to save about 4 vehicles that were stuck in high water. Job number one is public safety, and we're going to make sure we keep our citizens safe today.
the White River continues to rise. If it crests beyond 23 feet, you have a major problem in the city. At what point do you declare some sort of mandatory evacuation? What's the number, and who are the people impacted on the dime?
Yeah, we'll keep in close contact with our friends at the state level, even the federal level, local EOC here in Hamilton County. Obviously, that 23 number is borderline historic for us. We've not really seen much higher than that in our time in the city of Noblesville. We have some areas that have developed in the floodplain. They were developed intentionally to be in a floodplain, but when they hit a certain number, we'll have to do some evacuations at some of those sites. We'll constantly be monitoring hour by hour, quite frankly, minute by minute.
If you do reach 21 feet is the sort of the magic number, what gets evacuated here in Noblesville?
Yeah, so that'll trigger us to have some conversations with the folks over at Federal Hill Commons. That's in a flood zone. Obviously, our neighborhoods in Riverwood, which is just north of downtown, they are kind of used to that flooding, that they've seen it many times over the years, but we're going to make sure that they maintain safety. That 21 number is a trigger for us, and we are teetering at that right now.
Mr. Mayor, thank you so much. We'll keep an eye on that. Right now, Chelsea and Daniel, you can see high water here. If you could just walk this way with me, I'm going to see if we can see what's going on. Of course, this is the water that is piled on because of the excessive water. To the right of this, Daniel and Chelsea, is the White River. Yeah. It is high, and that thing is moving really quickly. Yeah. We'll keep an eye on what's happening here in Noblesville throughout the morning. Now back to you.
Yeah, it's just really interesting to see under that bridge. We've taken State Road 19 many times to go up to Cicero, even up to Arcadia. Raphael, you've lived in Indiana for quite some time, like myself. Have you ever seen anything like this?
Yes. So in 2008, I mentioned 47 counties in our state were declared a federal disaster zone. And so that involved hundreds and thousands of people across all of Indiana. That is really the biggest water disaster. I was back on June the 7th or 8th of 2008. And that's why that marker is important for us as we look at the last time we saw the level of flooding was in 2008. The worst storm in Indiana was back in March of 1913. I'm old, but not old enough for that. In 1913, in March of that year, we had 100 deaths across Indiana, from Indianapolis to Fort Wayne. We're not at that level, but we're not at the level of a 2008 where folks are concerned, and rightfully so. And we've seen, as you've talked about earlier today, we've seen historic flooding in Anderson. We have seen it in Cambridge City, in Connersville, up in Muncie. And so we're keeping a close eye on this. And Chelsea and Daniel, the biggest concern is homeowners insurance doesn't pay for the recovery. And so what we're seeing is people are really anxious as they look at the sky, as they listen to Krista McEnany's forecast. They want the rain to stop because they understand every day that they can't dry out their homes is another day that you're adding another $1,000 to those repairs, which are not covered by homeowners insurance. So folks are anxious, they're fearful, they're frustrated, and they're hoping that the weather will just slow down just a little bit so they can get back into their homes. So we'll see what happens, not only here in Noblesville, but across central Indiana.
Well, homeowners and their insurance, one story we'll be covering in the coming days. Another big story, of course, will be all those businesses, those business owners who are having to clean up and, have to figure out how they're going to move forward with their livelihood. And Raphael, if you're still with us, I do have a quick question for you. Oh, I guess we have just lost Raphael, but we're going to continue learning more about how business owners will be rebuilding in the coming days.
Impacted for sure.